shot.
Yes.
We're going to call the meeting to order. We'll start with the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I want to remind everyone that we are live streaming the board meeting this evening. Welcome those who are in the room and both and on the web. So we'll begin the meeting by taking a motion for consent agenda items. Motion by Earl. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Travis. Any discussion? And we'll take a roll call for the vote because we do have one board member joining us virtually. So if you'll do the roll call. Pat?
Earl? Yes. Travis?
Yes.
Yes.
Amy? Chelsea?
Yes.
Mary
Yes.
Lynn? And yes for me.
And Cheryl.
Oh, and Cheryl. Can you hear Cheryl?
We just can't hear it. Can we turn on our speakers?
Can you hear Cheryl?
Yes, I can.
Okay, did you vote yes?
Yes.
Okay, there we go. So 7-0.
Okay, perfect. Next, is there anyone present who would like to speak with any item that is on the agenda or any additional topic? Hearing none, we'll go down to new business. We have some Neola policies.
Just first reading for a new set of Neola policies. If you have any questions, please reach out.
Okay. Next, under administration, we have some administrator salary adjustments.
Asking for approval of a $1,900 base salary increase that's comparable to our teachers for administrators for the 23-24 and 24-25 school year. And you have that list of names in your packet.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion to accept that.
So moved.
I have a motion by Mary Lynn. We have a second.
Second.
Second by Pat. Any discussion? Pat, will you call the roll?
Okay, Earl?
Yes.
And Cheryl?
Yes.
Travis?
Yes.
Amy?
Yes.
Chelsea?
Yes. Yes.
Mary Lynn? And myself, yes. 7-0.
Next, we'll go down under programs. We have inclement weather days plan.
It's time to talk about that, yeah. So planning for this year for inclement weather days. Last year we sent out a schedule to families and saying as days happen, this is what our plan would be. We had a lot of positive feedback that parents appreciated that in advance. So we've been working on that plan together with the teachers, and we're going to do that same idea this year. So if we have inclement weather, the first 2 days we use will be e-learning days. That's where the students work at their own pace and they're not live with the teacher all day long. We're allowed 3 per year for the state, but we're already using April 8th for the eclipse day to be an e-learning day. So the first 2 inclement weather days will be those not synchronous, not at the same time with the teacher, e-learning at home for the kids. And then after that, days 3 and beyond, we'd move to virtual instruction, which is where they log in, their teacher's logged in, and they receive instruction together. And then we also reserved the right, we thought at the bottom of the document for the parents, to let them know we could also still have traditional makeup days if needed. Or for instance, we have a great big snow and maybe we want to have a snow day. We could. So we've got that in writing, and I'll put that into a letter and get that sent out to our families shortly so they have that information.
And then on the day of, Nikki, will you talk with whoever might be listening about how you'll notify them?
Yes, so we've used Parent Square this year when we had that 2-hour delay, and we have a high percentage rate. I think 99% of our parents are signed up through Parent Square to get direct contact, so that's how we send information out. And if anyone doesn't get contacted through that, they just need to let their building principal know, so we can check if their phone number's typed in incorrectly or something like that. But it's really streamlined our communication with parents. The other thing I like is when we sent out calls on our old system, it took 30 minutes to process. So we had to make a decision about what was going to be done for the day by 5:20, or it wouldn't have processed by the time our first buses roll right after 6 a.m. So we're able to move that back a little bit now because Parent Square is within 5 minutes, all of those calls are made. So it's a very nice feature. We appreciate the board approving that one this year, Parent Square.
Any questions for Nikki? So that item wasn't in form, so next we'll go down under the Project Lead the Way grant.
Yes, I'm asking for approval for a grant for Project Lead the Way. Project Lead the Way is a gold standard in STEM education. This will allow us to, we will implement this in our STEM labs in the elementary schools through 6. This is a grant that will allow us to train our staff, and it also pays for the participation fee for the first 2 years of a 3-year grant.
So we'll entertain a motion to accept that grant.
So moved.
Okay, I have a motion by Pat. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Travis. Any discussion?
Okay, Earl? Yes. Cheryl?
Yes.
Travis? Yes. Amy?
Yes.
Kelsey?
Yes.
Mary Lynn? And myself, yes, 7-0.
Next on the agenda is, again, Project Lead the Way, a STEM lab curriculum.
Now I'm asking for approval of the curriculum. We will use ESSER funds to pay for the first 2 years, which would start next semester, and then a 3rd year we'd use other grant funding to pay for it.
Okay. So entertain a motion to approve the curriculum.
Motion.
Motion by Earl. Do I have a second? Second by Chelsea. Any discussion? You want to
Okay,
call roll?
Earl? Yes. Cheryl?
Yes.
Travis? Yes. Amy?
Yes.
Kelsey? Mary Lynn?
Yes.
Myself, yes, 7-0.
Next, we'll move down to the McKinney-Vento grant approval.
Yes, we applied for a competitive grant from McKinney-Vento and we received that grant, so I'm asking for approval to accept $25,000 to use for our students who qualify as homeless.
We'll entertain a motion to approve that grant. Motion by Chelsea. Second.
Second.
Second by Travis. Any discussion? I just want to congratulate you. That's quite an accomplishment anytime you can apply for and receive grant funding. I just appreciate the work that goes into that, so thank you for that. Any other comments or discussion? Hearing none, we'll call roll.
Earl? Yes. Cheryl?
Yes.
Travis? Yes. Amy?
Yes.
Kelsey?
Yes.
Mary Lynn?
Yes.
And myself, yes, 7-0.
Okay. We have professional staff. I don't see any items under professional staff, so we'll go down under support staff. I believe there's some recommendations.
Yes, asking for approval that Renee Gross, who was just recently hired as a Jennings County Middle School 29-hour title para, be able to be moved to a full-time title para. Asking that Beth Hamilton at Jennings County High School be moved from a 29-hour impact parapro to a full-time position. Asking that Skylar Salzman be hired as a Sand Creek Elementary parapro. And then I have the following slate of elementary basketball coaches that I'm asking for approval to hire. The 5th and 6th grade coaches will each receive a $432 stipend. Asking approval for Dylan Boswell, Levi Byrne, Megan Stevens, Greg and Courtney Christ-Johns will be working together as a team. Megan Napier, Crystal Owens, and you'll notice that both Megan and Crystal will be splitting a stipend and working together. Cole Siegler, Brett Woodard, Sydney Gherkin, Eric Kelly, Brock Starkey, Dina and Brad Monday will be working together as a team. Jack St. Clair, Shannon Matern, and Jerry Wagner. And then last of all, asking for approval for the following volunteer coaches who will be working with our 3rd and 4th graders. And that would be Jacob Ross, Justin Snyder, Brooke Mowry, Doug Hudson, Sarah Hillen, Shane Wilson, Jeremy Owens, Zach Schroeder, Greg Christians, and Tara Kelly.
We'll entertain a motion to accept those recommendations as read.
So moved.
I have a motion by Mary Lynn. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Travis. Any discussion? Call the roll.
Okay. Earl?
Yes.
Cheryl?
Yes.
Travis?
Yes.
Amy?
Yes.
Chelsea?
Yes.
Mary Lynn? Yes. And myself, yes, 7-0.
Next, we'll move down to classified employee pay scale adjustments. Nikki?
Asking you to approve the employee pay scales as presented. It shows an increase of 50 cents an hour for all of our classified staff, and that's applied to all of the different scales. So asking for approval for those increases.
Make a motion.
I have a motion by Travis. Do I have a second?
Motion.
Second by Earl. Any discussion? Okay, call the roll.
Earl?
Yes.
Cheryl?
Yes.
Travis?
Yes.
Amy?
Yes.
Chelsea?
Yes.
Mary Lynn?
Yes.
And myself, 7-0. Yes.
Next, we have classified pay scale step for experience.
Yes, asking for approval for this year and next year to allow classified staff who've increased in their experience to move up on the scale and to get the associated pay rate increase that goes with that. So asking for approval for that for the next 2 years.
We have a motion to accept that.
So moved.
Motion by Chelsea. Do I have a second? Second by Pat. Any discussion? Pat, you call the roll.
Earl? Yes. Cheryl?
Yes.
Travis?
Yes.
Amy?
Yes.
Chelsea?
Yes.
Mary Lynn?
Yes.
And yes for me. 7-0.
Now we'll go down under finances. Philip, we have some donations.
Yes, asking for approval to accept the following donations. NBIC of North Vernon, $50 to the middle school PBIS rewards. The following are donations to the High School Panther Pantry, Jennings Church of Christ for $200, and Ray Wagster $200. And then the following are for Hope Food Program donations. James County High School Girls Basketball Duck Race, 1,000. Christ Baptist Church, Peggy Hudson, 300, and First United Methodist Church, 50. Asking for approval to accept.
Entertain a motion to accept those donations as read.
Motion.
Motion by Travis,
Second.
second by Mary Lynn. Any discussion?
Okay.
Call the roll.
Earl? Yes. Cheryl?
Yes.
Travis?
Yes.
Amy?
Yes.
Chelsea?
Yes.
Mary Lynn? And myself, yes, 7-0.
Next, we have another resolution.
Yes, this is a resolution authorizing treasurer, deputy treasurer of the school corporation to invest the available monies per IC code 5-13-9-5. This is basically per our board policy. We've got the proceeds from the bond for the project, the CT project at the high school. We want to be able to invest that for at least 6 months because we're probably not going to have any bills for at least the first 6, and then keep investing as needed up to a year.
Do I have a motion to accept that resolution?
So moved.
I have a motion by Pat. Do I have a second? Second by Chelsea. Any discussion? Call the roll.
Earl? Yes. Cheryl?
Yes.
Travis?
Yes.
Amy?
Yes.
Chelsea?
Yes.
Mary Lynn?
Yes.
And myself, yes, 7-0.
Next on the agenda, we have some insurance rate. Nikki?
So we, as a corporation, covered the increase. There's a total of 3% increase across the board for our insurance cost. We covered that for our teachers and asking for approval to do that for all of our staff by covering that for administrators and classified staff. This essentially freezes everyone's insurance rates of what comes out of our employees' pocket. We pick that increase up instead and allow that to remain steady for them. So asking for approval for us to pay for the insurance rate increase for classified employees and administrators.
So moved.
I have a motion by Travis. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mary Lynn. Any discussion? I'll call the roll.
Earl? Yes. Cheryl?
Yes.
Travis?
Yes.
Amy?
Yes.
Chelsea?
Yes.
Mary Lynn?
Yes.
And myself, yes, 7-0.
Next, under relations, we have a MOU.
Yes.
We've been asked by Goodwill Nurse Family Partnership to partner with them to allow them to come into our school, to the high school, to meet with students who are going to be first-time mothers. They follow with them through pregnancy, teaching them about proper prenatal care, once the child is born, teaching them about how to properly care for their child, looking at career paths for them, so help them kind of break that cycle of poverty. They have to meet a certain income threshold, but it's hoping to reduce the amount of poverty and to kind of break that cycle, so when these children are growing up, maybe they won't live in that same situation. All students would be given permission by parents before anybody would meet with them. They have to apply with this group, and the parents have to sign off if they're a minor. So we would have all of that on file as well. So, and they would not take them out of academic instruction.
Okay, asking for a motion to approve this MOU.
So moved.
I have a motion by Pat, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mary Lynn, any discussion? Call the roll.
Okay, Earl.
Yes.
Cheryl.
Yes.
Travis.
Yes.
Amy.
Yes.
Chelsea. Mary Lynn. And myself, yes, 7-0.
I believe we're down to other.
No other.
Hearing nothing else to be put on the agenda, then we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I have a motion by Pat, do I have a second?
Yes.
Second by Earl.
Earl.
Yes.
Cheryl.
Yes.
Travis. Amy.
Yes.
Chelsea. Mary Lynn.
Yes.
And myself, yes.
Okay.
We're done.
Meeting adjourned.